Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, Fiji has enough doctors, says Minister. Preventing eye diseases in the north. And ratepayers taken to court. There will not be shortage of doctors following the suspension of scholarships and loans for MBBS and dentistry programs. Health Minister Dr. Ephraim Nganembete says the time is right to move state funding to other arms of the medical field. Jeshulal reports.
There are more doctors in Fiji today than there has ever been, following 6 years of funding by the Tertiary Scholarship and Loans Board.
We have reached a critical mass in terms of our doctors. Yeah? We about 4 or 5 years ago, there was about 400 doctors in the service. As I speak now, there's now nearly 1,000, or maybe just over 1,000 doctors.
Dr. Nganembete says with current levels of staffing, the ministry has enough trained and qualified doctors to meet the World Health Organization benchmark. He does, however, want to put more focus on training the pool of doctors.
Staff continues to support the postgraduate training for each doctors. So, we've gone really into a place where we're beginning to get the numbers of doctors. We want to be able to improve the quality of the doctors that we have.
While new applicants can't get TSLB funding for MBBS and dentistry, there are other medical programs still covered.
For the programs of public health, nursing, medical imaging, lab sciences, and physiotherapy and pharmacy. So at least there are still some programs that they can apply for.
There are currently 790 students on TSLB scholarship studying to become doctors and dentists. These students are expected to graduate and join the medical profession in 4 years. Jeshulal, FBC News.
Temporary learning facilities are being set up in various schools in the Northern Division that were severely affected by Tropical Cyclone Yasa. School management are racing against time to ensure the learning facilities are up and ready before school starts on January 18. Eleanor Turangevi reports.
Only 5 days remain until the start of the new school year, and Lekutu Secondary School staff and family continue to clean up the mess left behind by Tropical Cyclone Yasa.
None of the classrooms available. We only have special rooms, the computer lab, the science lab, plus the library, and of course our office.
Outside, RFMF personnel are setting up temporary classrooms that will cater for 2 streams each of years 9 to 12 and 1 stream of year 13.
We will have 9 for classrooms, and we'll have 10 for teachers, 10 tents for teachers. Occupation purposes.
This is one of the 9 tents erected as temporary classrooms for Lekutu Secondary School. When fitted with desks and chairs, these 72-meter squared rectangular tents will cater for around 20 students each.
I'm positive that the students will make their way on the 19th.
At Lomboi Sanatam Dharam Kalika Primary School, RFMF personnel are working to complete repairs to the damaged main school building.
We had a total of 6 classrooms and all have been damaged.
Temporary learning facilities will be set up should the repair works are not completed on time.
So the ministry has promised to give us the tents, and we are going to resume classes in the tent.
Along with the temporary school facilities, supplies like textbooks are also being delivered to the affected schools. Eleanor Turangevi, FBC News.
Jonathan VUTO has been appointed the new interim chief executive officer for the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service. VUTO, who holds the position of Director Border, has been with the FRCS for 31 years, having worked in all divisions, including compliance, revenue, border and policy. The FRCA board says his familiarity with the tax office and the breadth of experience will strengthen management and leadership of FRCS. The City Town Council has put measures in place to recover dues owed for many years. Special Administrator Bhaskaran Nar says they are resorting to legal action, taking people to the Small Claims Tribunal and court. So far, the council has filed around 169 cases in the Magistrates' Court. Nar says legal action is the last option for the council.
We would like to see our ratepayers come to us first. Instead of us going to legal measures, we would like them to come to us, talk to us, see if they can, develop some sort of a payment plan.
It has been revealed that different schools are requesting different number of exercise books for the new school year. FBC News was out and about in the capital city and gathered parents are saying they're having to buy more books as compared to previous years. The Education Ministry says each school is responsible for the book list and parents are only to buy books for the subject their child is taking. A mother who is sending 4 children to primary school says on average she is buying about 10 or more exercise books for each of her children.
I've noticed that there are more books on the list now compared to last year. Even one of my children who is attending year 8, I have to buy more than 10 exercise books, and I've also noted some books I bought last year have its price value increased this year.
It will depend on the number of subjects the child is taking and the number of activities that the child will be taking in that particular subject. So there will be some subjects that will need a notebook and an exercise and an activity book. So in that case, that particular subject will have 2 books. So it's the call of the school.
No reports of eye diseases such as conjunctivitis and trachoma have been received from the north few weeks after the passing of Tisiasa. Health Minister Dr. Ifirimi Wanganambete says these eye diseases are prominent after a disaster, especially cyclone. Dr. Wanganambete adds his teams on the ground have not detected eye diseases but are exhausting every avenue possible to prevent any outbreaks.
I think the only thing to remember is that with homes being damaged, people living in evacuation centers and living with extended family, the risk of communicable disease actually propagating very quickly is very high. And that's why we want to work very hard around protecting the health of our communities.
In an effort to improve service delivery, Energy Fiji Limited has launched a new mobile app. Chief Executive Hasmukh Patel says high customer demand for easy access prompted them to develop the e-service. The new mobile app will enable Fijians to view their EFL account information, balances and due dates.
You could actually go into this app and then you should be able to download your bill. You should be able to print your bill. You exactly know how much money you owe EFL in terms of your electricity usage.
Up ahead, Athletics Fiji won more international competition. And Boxing Fiji kickstart kids boxing program. Welcome back. Athletics Fiji hopes borders will open soon to give local athletes vying for a spot in the Olympic Games a chance to compete overseas. Overseas competitions is crucial for these athletes as it will help them identify areas they need to improve. President Philemon Wanga says more importantly, international competitions will allow local athletes to get a feel of something closer to the Olympic Games.
So we're still hoping that the best from Fiji will be allowed to go. But our preparation is going to be hindered by the fact that there are no competition. You can only know where you stand when you know that there is competition. So for the time being, this is going to be what is happening, not only in Fiji, in the rest of the South Pacific countries.
The future of boxing lies with our children. For a sport that demands both mental and physical strength, getting children involved at early age is crucial. Boxing Fiji is introducing a week-long kids program for those aged 8 to 18 to help get accustomed to the sport. One of the key aspects to excelling in boxing is commitment.
It's very important to start on the basics, the fundamentals. From there, then we build up. From there, then we go to the advanced area. Especially they would need it is for them to commit themselves, to be dedicated if they want to go to a higher level. So we'll be touching that on different areas of aspects of boxing.
Cricket Fiji has started hunting for talent with the 2021 season underway as of a few days ago. Despite the challenges brought by the pandemic and tropical cyclone Yasa, players, coaches and officials are focused on getting the job done before a national squad is announced. Aquila Vama with the details.
It's been a slow start to the season for Cricket Fiji. However, they are hoping that it'll pick up this weekend at the Suva T20 competition.
This normally happens every year over Christmas and New Year, where a lot of our players go back to their islands. So they go, depending on the boat schedule, they come back a week late. Nothing to do with Yasa except for the army team. That's their job.
The show must go on for Cricket Fiji, with the Nationals just around the corner and the Easter Championships not far off.
Apart from that, we'll look into just put our heads down and get right through till March when we start our nationals.
A national men's squad will be announced in 2 months, and one of the players aiming for a spot is police captain Johnny Wesley.
And I'm captain for the police cricket team and for the entire Suva cricket team Suva. And I look forward for the Fiji national squad that was selected for this year.
The national team will be announced in March. Aquila Vama, FBC Sports.
Fiji-born Birimi Bagatao has again made the French squad for the upcoming Six Nations. Occasional rain and few thunderstorms are forecast for the evening. That is your FBC Morning News. Do join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Have a good day.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।